Once again, the White House says that President Trump wants to move ahead with his speech to Congress, but also we're now learning has not responded, at least according to the Speaker's letter calling for them to postpone the address, which was originally scheduled for January 29th. So add this one to the never-ending list of things caught in limbo as the Congress and the President continue in this standoff over the shutdown. Joining me right now is the chairman of the House Democratic Caucus, Congressman Hakeem Jeffries. Congressman, thank you for coming in.
Thanks, Kate, for having me.
So Nancy Pelosi says, let's get a date for the State of the Union once the government is open. Is that the Speaker once and for all saying that the State of the Union address, for now, is off?
Well, I think what the Speaker is saying is that we need to reopen the government as our first order of business, and then we can proceed with some degree of normalcy. But it's impossible to do so in the midst of a situation where you have 800,000 federal workers and their families suffering, Coast Guard workers and their families suffering, Border Patrol agents and their families suffering, TSA agents and their families suffering, farmers suffering, veterans suffering, small businesses suffering, all because of this reckless shutdown. I think that's our position. It's a responsible one, and we just want to come together in a bipartisan way so that we can begin to tackle the real issues on behalf of the American people after we reopen the government.
So, Congressman, the State of the Union then is off.
State of the Union, as far as I understand it, we're waiting for a response from Donald Trump or his team, has been postponed because it would be a security risk to convene 435 members of Congress, 100 senators, the president, the vice president, the cabinet, ambassadors, and others when we have Secret Service agents, because of the president's reckless shutdown, working without pay under significant financial strain. Why would we strain them any further so that Donald Trump can come to the Hill and put on a performance before the American people?
The head of Homeland Security says this about the security concerns that were cited in Nancy Pelosi's letter, and as you had mentioned right there, the Department of Homeland Security and the U.S. Secret Service are fully prepared to support and secure the State of the Union. We thank the service for their mission, focus, and dedication, and for all they do each day to secure our homeland. It says that they are fully prepared to secure the State of the Union. So with that, why not reissue the invite to the president?
I mean, does anyone take the Secretary of Homeland Security seriously at this point? This is somebody who came before the Congress and could not tell us how many individual children and others had died in her custody. Obviously,
so
she
you just don't believe her?
I don't think she has any credibility on this point and on a whole bunch of other issues that have been communicated by her and others in the Trump administration to the American people.
Is it really about security, or is this, I mean, you said you didn't want to allow the president to just come put on a show. If you don't want him to come, the way this works is that Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, she is in control of the invite. If you don't want him to come, why not just say so?
I think the Speaker has taken the responsible position of opening a line of communication to try to work through these security issues, and has responsibly suggested that we consider a different date. She also pointed out appropriately in her letter.
So wait, that's important. That's important what you just said. If you were able to get assurance, and I understand you say you don't believe when you hear it from Christian Nielsen, but if you were able to get assurance the Secret Service could handle it, they wouldn't be taxed, they could handle the security effort for this special event, would you want to hold it on? Would you want to hold it on January 29th?
Here's the thing. For his lifetime, Donald Trump has made a business practice of paying or not paying workers, I should say, for work that they've performed. He's done the same thing to contract after contract after contract back at home in New York. I just don't think it's an appropriate thing to do in the United States of America to continue to tax not just the Secret Service, but this reckless Trump shutdown is forcing TSA agents and the Coast Guard and Border Patrol officials who are supposed to be keeping us safe to work without pay, undergoing significant financial strain and putting the country at risk.
And that's a position, that's something that I heard from Nancy Pelosi today. They shouldn't be asked to work without pay. That's not an appropriate thing to do, and that's the position to have. But is it then security? Is it about security, or is it a different reason? I'm just trying to get down to the point of what's the reason?
Well, the reason, I think, has been plainly set forth in her letter, and I would say it's all of the above. as with everything over the last 2 years, amidst the chaos, crisis, and confusion of the Trump administration, you can't just pin anything on a singular factor. We're simply saying three things.
Okay.
Open the government. If you can open the government, then we as Democrats can get back to working for the people, lowering health care costs, working on infrastructure, increasing pay of everyday Americans, cleaning up the mess and the corruption in Washington, D.C. But to do so, and having a reasonable conversation, by the way, about border security, which we strongly support. But we can't do any of this until we open the government, and certainly proceeding with the State of the Union would be irresponsible.
When it comes to the shutdown, at this point, make the case to federal workers that getting them back to the work isn't worth giving Donald Trump some money for a wall.
Well, here's the thing. Our ultimate responsibility as elected officials in government is to manage public money. And we can either manage that money efficiently or we can waste taxpayer dollars. And it is irresponsible for us to waste billions of taxpayer dollars on a medieval 5th century border wall when we need to have a 21st century comprehensive border security solution.
Look, government waste is nonsense and shouldn't happen. We know it does. We know it does in every appropriations. We know it happens in every Congress. $1+ billion, and I hate to even say this, is a drop in the bucket when you look at the federal budget and the amount of waste that there is in the federal budget as is.
Well, so the people that I represent back at home, the average median income is $38,000.
Oh, I hear you. Believe me, I'm saying
$2 billion, $5 billion is a whole lot of money of their dollars to waste. And so I think we're being appropriate stewards in that regard. Donald Trump is the one who said that he's going to shut down the government. He's going to be proud to shut down the government. He's not going to blame Democrats or anyone else because it's going to be a Trump shutdown. We just need to reopen the government. It is not an appropriate negotiating tactic. No other country in the world. Russia doesn't do it. China doesn't do it. Iran doesn't do it. They don't shut down their government in the midst of bureaucratic disputes. Why in the world should the great United States of America do it? This is unfortunately what happens with the reality show that has been Donald Trump over the last 2 years. It needs to end, and it needs to end now.
If the Senate would strike a bipartisan deal that includes wall funding, does that die in the House?
Well, I can't speak to hypotheticals. What we have been doing day after day after day, passing appropriations.
Congressman, you can say, Kate, I'm not going to answer your question, but don't say you're not going to talk about hypotheticals. We talk about hypotheticals all the time, and we entertain them all the time. Hypothetically, hypothetically, you're ready to have a State of the Union if hypothetically Donald Trump would reopen the government. So, what about this?
No. What I'm saying is there is no actual bill language. It would be irresponsible for me as a member of Congress, as the chair of the House Democratic Caucus, to comment on a hypothetical bipartisan bill that hasn't materialized. I haven't seen statutory language. I don't know what the expertise is in terms of testimony presented to lead to that bill language to suggest that a border wall would be effective. We're saying we're willing to invest in infrastructure. We're willing to invest in technology. We're willing to invest in increased personnel along the border. The Border Patrol Agency needs an additional 2,000 plus personnel to secure our southwestern border, as well as the ports of entry where the majority of drugs come in. The Coast Guard needs assistance. They can only interdict about 25% of the drugs that come into this country. If they actually had the infrastructure and the personnel, they could do upwards of 75%. We're willing to have a real mature conversation about border security. We've got great ideas, but we can't do it in the midst of a reckless government shutdown.
And an important